SHAP được thành lập vào năm 1912 và có một lịch sử lâu dài trong việc dẫn đầu các xu hướng trên thị trường và đã vươn lên trở thành một trong những công ty điện tử hàng đầu thế giới. Và trong lĩnh vực điện thoại di động thì SHAP được biết đến là một thương hiệu giới thiệu chiếc điện thoại với camera tích hợp đầu tiên trên thế giới. Và SHAP cũng đã phá bỏ mọi giới hạn về công nghệ để mang lại cho khách hàng của mình những trải nghiệm hết sức chân thực và tuyệt vời. Và bên cạnh đó, ngày hôm nay thì chúng tôi vô cùng tự hào và vinh dự khi SHAP Mobile đã có mặt tại thị trường của Việt Nam và chiếc điện thoại SHAP Arcus S2 chính là màn chào sân đầu tiên của chúng tôi đến thị trường Việt Nam. Và đây là một chiếc điện thoại được tích hợp những công nghệ vô cùng hiện đại mà chắc chắn sẽ mang đến cho quý vị những trải nghiệm đầy thú vị và bất ngờ. Đến tham dự trong chương trình hôm nay thì tôi xin được giới thiệu sự hiện diện của các vị khách quý. Ladies and gentlemen, attending today, I would like to introduce the distinguished guests. I would like to introduce Mr. Nguyen, Business Unit Co-President SHAP in Focus Mobile. Mr. Trinity Iwaki, Head of Overseas BU, IoT Communication BU. Mr. Vincent Chen, Head of Southeast Asia, SHAP in Focus Mobile. Mr. Masashi Kubo, General Director of South Electronics Vietnam. Mr. Đoàn Hồng Việt, General Director of Dinh World. Mr. Đạt Đoàn, Director of Qualcomm. Mr. Nguyễn Thái Hòa, Chairman of Dinh. And Mr. Lý Trung Dũng, Head of Product FPT Shop. Cùng với sự hiện diện của tất cả quý vị quan khách trong ngày hôm nay, thank you for your attendance today. Kính thưa quý vị thân mến, và ngay bây giờ chúng tôi xin được trân trọng kính mời ông Trinity Iwaki, Head of Overseas BU, IoT Communication BU đến từ Nhật Bản để chia sẻ về những ý tưởng thiết kế vô cùng tinh tế của chiếc điện thoại SHAP Arcus S2 và những lợi ích mà chiếc điện thoại này sẽ mang đến cho người tiêu dùng. Ladies and gentlemen, and now I would like to invite Mr. Trinity Iwaki, come from Japan, Head of Overseas BU, IoT Communication BU, to come to the stage for sharing the concepts, ideas of the design of SHAP Arcus S2. Please welcome.
Thank you and welcome all of you to join SHAP Mobile Phone Launch Event today. Thank you very much.
Xin được cảm ơn và xin chào mừng tất cả quý vị đã đến với chương trình ngày hôm nay buổi lễ ra mắt SHAP Arcus S2.
I am Junichi Iwaki from SHAP Japan, and I'm in charge of the global mobile phone business together with Honghai.
Thưa quý vị, và tôi là Yuki đến từ Nhật Bản và ngày hôm nay thì tôi sẽ chia sẻ rất là nhiều điều về chiếc điện thoại mà chúng tôi muốn giới thiệu đến với tất cả quý vị, đặc biệt là những lợi ích mang đến cho người tiêu dùng.
I'm honored to present SHAP design philosophy and strategy to present you today.
Thưa quý vị, và tôi rất là vinh dự khi mà có mặt ngay tại đây để có thể chia sẻ đến với tất cả quý vị rất là nhiều tiện ích của chiếc điện thoại này.
At first, let me show you the short video of the SHAP history.
Thưa quý vị, và trước hết thì chúng tôi xin mời quý vị chúng ta sẽ cùng hướng mắt về màn hình để theo dõi một đoạn video ngắn về lịch sử của SHAP.
Okay, enjoy it.
Do you remember that first moment when you acquired something new? Do you remember how excited it made you feel? Our job is to give you those memories by making things, but not just ordinary things, original creations that fill you with excitement, or sometimes just put a smile on your face. And the more you smile, the happier you'll be, which makes us happy. So, We originate technologies that enhance lifestyles. We inspire innovations that support individual expression and create products that let you be you. It is all these things that make us original. Though originality is not an end in itself, it takes us beyond limitations and creates endless possibilities. It allows us to write an entirely new chapter, one filled with joy and excitement. There is only one Sharp. There is only one you. Be original. We are Sharp.
Okay, let's start my presentation in Japanese and translate to Vietnam language now. 笑顔の品質。シャープのデザインビジョンは笑顔の品質です。笑顔の品質とは、人と機器が情緒的な関係をデザインするということです。機器がネットワークにつながり、機器から人に対し察する、思いやる、気遣うといった働きかけをしてくれると考え、生命感という言葉をキーワードにしました。生命は呼吸し、動き、反応し、成長します。こうした微妙な面持ちを表現するのに、私たちは光、音、動きを一つの素材として捉え、デザインに取り組んでおります。製品のスペックだけでは作れない笑顔の体験をデザインする、それが私たちシャープのビジョンです。
Thưa quý vị, điều đầu tiên mà chúng tôi muốn chia sẻ đến với quý vị thông qua đoạn video clip vừa rồi đó chính là chất lượng cho nụ cười. Và mục tiêu đầu tiên của chúng tôi đó chính là mang lại chất lượng cho nụ cười của tất cả quý vị khách hàng. Và để cho cuộc sống, tình cảm của chúng ta trở nên phong phú hơn, thì chúng tôi đã lựa chọn ánh sáng, âm thanh cùng với lại sự năng động để làm nguồn cảm hứng trong từng thiết kế của mình. Và tôi xin nhắc lại một lần nữa, chất lượng cho nụ cười chính là mục tiêu đầu tiên của chúng tôi khi đưa vào từng chiếc điện thoại Sharp.
徹底的に持ち感にこだわっています。モバイルフォンの持ち感にこだわっています。手の中で扱う道具が備えるべき最高の心地を追求していくのが私たちのアイデンティティです。
Thưa quý vị, điều thứ hai đó chính là sự thoải mái, tiện ích cùng với lại chất lượng. Thì quý vị cũng biết là một chiếc điện thoại rất là quen thuộc với chúng ta và chúng ta sử dụng hàng ngày. Chính vì vậy mà điện thoại Sharp sẽ luôn chú trọng đến cảm giác tay cầm để cho người dùng có được công cụ khi cầm trên tay rất là thoải mái. Và chúng tôi cũng xem sự tiện ích này chính là một trong những trách nhiệm mà chúng tôi muốn mang đến cho người tiêu dùng khi sử dụng những sản phẩm của Sharp.
シャープは徹底的に質感にこだわっています。精緻な作り込みとこだわり抜いた仕上げを持つプロダクトだけが醸し出す世界観を目指しています。手に持つ道具として心地の良いフォルムと精度感と作りの良さを感じさせる仕上げが大切だと考えています。
Bên cạnh đó thì điện thoại Sharp cũng rất là chú trọng đến kết cấu, đến thiết kế. Những sản phẩm của chúng tôi luôn có những thứ kết cấu, những thiết kế sắc sảo. Và bên cạnh đó chúng tôi cũng muốn mang đến công nghệ tinh vi. Và đó trong những là mục tiêu mà chúng tôi muốn mang đến để cho người tiêu dùng cảm giác thoải mái hơn, tiện ích hơn khi mà sử dụng những chiếc điện thoại của Sharp.
した時の心地よさと精緻な作り込みの良さを美しい佇まいに昇華させたのがこのフィールフィリッチデザインです。スマートフォンを手にするときやコードした時の適切な引っかかりとなり、うっかり落としてしまうことを防ぐ機能も兼ね備えています。
Và điều tiếp theo mà Sharp chú trọng trong chiếc điện thoại lần này đó chính là sự cảm nhận, sự mượt mà khi mà chúng ta sử dụng điện thoại. Bởi vì điện thoại rất là thường xuyên tiếp xúc để chúng ta có thể tiếp xúc với công việc của mình. Chính vì vậy mà khi mà cầm điện thoại trên lòng bàn tay thì chúng tôi mong muốn sẽ mang đến cho mọi người một cái sự thoải mái, cầm rất là chắc và mượt mà và sao không có dễ bị rớt khỏi lòng bàn tay của mình.
This is my last message to you is mobile phone to be a partner of the life. スマホが人に寄り添うパートナーとして愛着を感じてもらう存在になる。単なる道具ではなく、ユーザーと情緒的な関係を構築する。そのために生命感をスマホに持たせたいと考えています。
Thưa quý vị, và đây là phần cuối cùng mà tôi muốn chia sẻ trong bài nói của tôi. Đó chính là ngày nay với sự phát triển của xã hội hiện đại thì điện thoại không chỉ là một chiếc điện thoại mà còn trở thành một người cộng sự của chúng ta. Và mục tiêu chúng tôi chính là làm cho điện thoại trở nên gần gũi với con người. Và để thực hiện điều này thì chúng tôi mong muốn sẽ làm chiếc điện thoại trở thành một vật thể sống.
Okay, thank you very much.
Xin cảm ơn tất cả quý vị rất nhiều đã lắng nghe. Thank you for your presentation, Mr. Trinity Ibuki.
It is my great honor today to come over here and introduce our latest Sharp smartphone models to Vietnam consumers. And as you know, Sharp has been established a very good brand image in Vietnam, especially in many different product categories. Mr. Kubo-san has been operating in many products in Vietnam, and we appreciate his great contribution to make the Sharp brand a very high reputation here. And today we want to introduce the smartphone product categories of Sharp into Vietnam, and we want to appreciate all the media brands here to help us introduce such a great products into Vietnam consumers. And we understand in the smartphone product, we are a latecomers. Therefore, our market position is a game changer. We want to bring the technologies that to meet the users' imaginations here in Vietnam. And therefore, the target users will be the trend seekers who are energetic and who are willing to seek the trends, seek the technology trends, and use the latest technologies to enhance his personal lifestyles. This shop can help his demands. And our brand locator is super display, amazing color. As you all know, Sharp is the technology leader in the display technology, and therefore we definitely will leverage this display technology leadership for our smartphones. And as many of you know, Foxconn for 2 years has been the major shareholder of Sharp. And many of you may know, Foxconn ranked number 9 in Forbes Global 2000 multinational companies. Foxconn is a very powerful technology powerhouse. And obviously, Sharp smartphone will leverage this part of Foxconn capabilities in his R&D capability, in his high quality standard, and in his manufacturing capacities to support Sharp smartphones. Now, before I jump into today's flagship of Sharp Aquos S2, let's review a little bit on the major contributions brought by Sharp in the history. In year 2000, Sharp launches the world's first cell phone with camera embedded. And this is actually a great moment that Sharp opens the door for everybody, that we combine the consumer product, the consumer demands on the camera usage into the mobile phones. In the old days, mobile phone is just a communication tool, but since then it becomes a consumer product in year 2000. And then in year 2003, Sharp delivers the world's first camera phone with a megapixel camera. This is an outstanding achievement that leads the real innovations for the consumers. In year 2008, many of you may still remember, Sharp introduced to the world a very classical flip phones. When you flip the phone, flip open, you can still rotate the display such that it becomes a shark outlook. And this has been a very iconic design for the consumers. And in year 2003, Sharp come out with another great idea, that we have designed a three-sided borderless design. This opens a new door for full view, or so-called full screen, in smartphone technologies. And continuously in 2016, we developed 6-inch such a three-sided borderless design. So what we want the media to report for us, it includes that the full screen or full view smartphone is the most critical revolution before 5G arrives. This is our industry-leading comments since May in 2017, and this has been recognized by most of the industry leaders. Right now, every other brands, they try to come out with a full view smartphone, but actually the starter is us, is Sharp. So, actually, as I mentioned, since 2013, that Sharp has already developed and delivered 28 models. Now today, the 29th model are coming. So here are the history we have established. The first model is the Aquas with the SoftBank 302SH. This is the first full view smartphone in history, 2013. And number two.
Number 2.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Number 7.
Number 7.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Number 11.
Number 11.
Number 12.
Number 12.
Oh, sorry. Number 13.
Number 13.
Number 14.
Number 14.
Number 15.
Number 15.
Number 16.
Number 16.
Number 17.
Number 17.
Number 18.
Number 18.
Number 19.
Number 19.
Number 20.
Number 20.
Number 21.
Number 21.
Number 22.
Number 22.
Number 23.
Number 23.
Number 24.
Number 24.
Number 25.
Number 25.
Number 26.
Number 26.
Number 27.
Number 27.
Number 28.
Number 28.
And finally, today we launch the Sharp Aquas S2 as the 29th model for full view smartphone. And this is also the world's smallest 5.5-inch smartphone in the world. The Sharp Aquas S2 smartphone that we launched today bring the flagship to Vietnam market. And let's watch a product video of S2. So before I jump to the next page, I want to share with you a interesting phenomenon I usually encounter. When you have a drink, whether a coffee or tea, or you have a dinner with your families or friends, what do you do first before you sit down? You actually take out the mobile phone from your pocket, right, as the first thing, usually. Especially the men, I believe, 80%, more than 80% of the men here, the first thing you do is you take out your phone from the pocket and put on the table, right, before you can sit down. And there are reasons for that. Number one reason, of course, you say, yeah, I will check the message very often. Yeah, that's a valid one. But actually, more hidden agenda in your mind is that actually, when you sit down, your phone is quite tight. Your pocket is tight, so you better put it out so you can sit down comfortably, right? But maybe ladies are different. You have a purse, but still, you're always worried your purse cannot plug in such a big phone if the size is too big. So that's always a concern. And okay, let's worry about the concern later. Now, when you put the phone on your table, then the next interesting phenomenon is like this. Most of the phones just look very similar. And so when you want to check the messages, what happens is that, you accidentally take the phones from your neighbors. And then, oops, it's not my phone, it's someone else's phone. And when you finish the dinner, you finish the drink, you want to walk away, but then you take somebody's phones. It's all because these phones look so similar and easily mistaken, right? Luckily, when you get to the Aquos S2, we guarantee it's so unique, it's so distinguished. You should never mistaken as others' phones. This is what we shall design to solve your first level question that you should never distinguish. You should never be so similar to others. We are unique. We are so distinguished from others. So, is this just the benefit we want to bring to the table? Of course not. As we said, your pocket size is limited, and your purse size is also limited. So, what we bring to the table is that we want to give you a 5.5-inch display, but we still give you a 4.9 size traditional phones does. So this equation is actually not an equation, right? Everybody knows this is not a mathematical equation. But what we propose here is that the Aquos S2 give you the largest display you can do in 5.5, but still the size of the phone is only 4.9. This is a very, very unique achievement that Sharp has bring to the table and bring to you the benefit. So how we can do this? Consider this. There are so many phones out there, 5.5 inch. Take out your phones, right? If your phone happens to be 5.5, look at your phone. You always have this. You have the forehead, usually a thick, big forehead, right? And usually you have some chin, and usually the chin is also fat, big chin. That's why your size is big, because majority of the space is occupied by the forehead and by the chin area, right? Like this one. I don't want to mention whose brand this one, right? They have a big forehead, they have a big chin area. So, us, Sharp, is trying to help you shrink the size but still keep the display. So we cut out the forehead. Look at this, right? Cut out the forehead and we shrink the chin size. So this way we achieve the smallest 5.5 inch smartphone in the world. Maybe you feel, why I care the size so much? You care the large display. But when you want to have a large display and you want to still put it in your pocket, you want a small size. And that's what we give to you. So we're proud to say we have the highest screen to body ratio, 87.5%, the largest in industry. And this is our great achievement. by Sharp's technologies. And so the whole story, the whole benefit we bring to the table is again, we give you the largest display, but we try to shrink the size simultaneously. In Chinese saying, there's an old saying saying, you cannot have fish and bear's palm, simultaneously. And we try to achieve here by this Aquas S2. So, before I go through all those difficult technologies, now let's back to the strengths of Sharp is our display technology. So this product we utilize our Sharp original display, which we have this 5.5 inch free-form display. Look at this special sentence, right? Free-form display. That's a very important indication. That means you are no longer limited by this traditional rectangular shape of display. We are able to make any shape you want. And then we have a high resolution of Full HD Plus. And it means it's a little bit higher than the traditional Full HD resolution. And we have 135% of super wide gamma, color gamma. Maybe you don't understand what is color gamma means. That means a color gamma means the true color that the display can generate for you to see. And 135% means we are 35% more than a traditional display that they can generate the different colors. That means our color is more vivid and much brighter and so on. And next, we are able to generate 550 nits. What the nits means, meaning when you need a very high, bright illuminance, we're able to offer you that. That means under the strong sunlight, then you are able to still see your display. So, and next, you may talk about why we care about a full view. You already see the advantage. And then even in the full view technology, there are so many details that maybe the consumer may not directly see it, but still we already done 29 models, and we know how this trade-off in technology we have to develop. Look at your left-hand side. This is from one of our old 28 models, right? What we greatly achieved that we have a three-sided borderless design. That was great. But however, everybody knows in a smartphone, you need a front camera to take a selfie, especially these beautiful girls, ladies, right? Definitely everyone wants to do a selfie. Unfortunately, if you have a front camera, you have to put it at the bottom side, like this one, right? Then, when you do the selfie, what you will see like this, you'll see a view angle from the bottom. And usually, ladies don't like it, right? Me neither. And also, you have a lot of sensor you need to worry about. So, in the new design, we have figured out how we solve the problem. We cannot say, oh, hey, consumers, we give you the three-sided borderless design, but you have to live with all the camera in the bottom, and you have to do a selfie with the sacrifice of the beauty. No, we don't want to sacrifice your beauty. So we insist the front camera still need to be placed back in the center top. But once you have the front camera in the center top, then the problem comes again. Oh, you need a fat, thick forehead, right? Remember that problem? So, in order to solve the problem, therefore, we're able to do the notch within the glass, within the display. So we take a notch, then we can put into the front camera, and this is how we solve the problem. With this front camera at the center top, then your selfie is much improved. The ladies will love it, the gentlemen will like it. And of course, we have to solve these, what about your receiver problem? What about your sensor issue? we'll explain later how we're going to continue to squeeze everything into that tiny space up there at the center top. And at the bottom, we know right now everything needs a lot of unlock features and even some of the payment requirements. So we have the front fingerprint sensor designed in the front. So this way you use the phone with a very friendly unlock and security in the phone. So this is how we evolve the full view technology from the older model to the newer model. And this also explains why we want to invent the free phone display. Remember we talked about, oh, well, we are very good. We can drill a hole. We can cut any shape. Well, what the hell? Why you want to cut the shape? It's because there's a good reason. The good reason is to improve your GazeFi performance. Okay. Next. Actually, cutting a notch is not as simple as it seems. Oh, we just cut it out and make a glass, make a display. Maybe it should work. No, there are many issues you need to solve. Of course, how you cut it, we'll explain in a minute, and how you do the camera and sensor integration, and how you're going to do the antenna design, how you do the fingerprint in a very narrow space, and of course, then how you solve the user interface problem. All these top 5 challenges we solve each by each. Now let's see a video for the free phone display technology. So you see that it's not a single sheet of glass. Actually, it's multiple layers of sheets of glass laminated together to build the display. So once again, it's not so straightforward that you just cut a shape and make it happen. No, there are many problems you need to solve. And to cut it short, there are so many layers to solve the problem and so many precision cutting and precision treatment. So each of the display, we have to spend 25 times for the efforts and the time to process it. That's why this is a premium phone. That's why it's a little bit pricey, but it's worth your dollars. And then one of the issues I want to share with you is that when we do the display, usually the electric signal has to go from left to right and from right to left. So both sides are synchronized. That's why you see the images are purely perfect, because it's purely synchronized. Now let me ask you, if you do a notch here, how can you do the synchronization? Your left side cannot go all the way to the right. Your right side cannot go all the way to the left. So here's a problem. And we have a solution. That's why it's so difficult. Not many companies are able to do it. That's the know-how. That's the technology. That's one example. And then, next, remember that I mentioned we want to squeeze in a front camera in the notch area? It's not just this camera. What about your receiver? We have to put a receiver here. And we still have 2 sensors. The light sensor, the proximity sensor, all these we'll put in. And then the camera, let's first talk about camera. Usually a camera, this is the normal case of camera. What this means is that it's not just you look at the outside lens. Oh, it's like this size. No, actually they have a big base. So if you just embed any regular camera module in this kind of design, you will have to drill a big notch, which is somewhat ugly. So in order to minimize the notch area, so we designed a iceberg structure camera module, meaning this area is small, but we try to reduce the area here, or the structure here, such that you still have the display at this level. So the iceberg design will help us to minimize the notch area, and you have the perfect combination of aesthetics and the user experience. Next is the receiver. In the old days, we designed using the bone conduction receiver. The bone conduction receiver has some limitation that the sound cannot be very big and clear. So in this design, we use our new pattern design, a sound conducting design that we only use a 0.7 millimeter, such a tiny space, and we still be able to do a good sound conducting design, and it's better than the traditional bone conduction design. It's very tiny space. Think about it, 0.7 millimeter. Okay. Then the antenna. I have to say something. When we first to think, okay, can we cut off the forehead of your mobile phone? You know, what are the functions that will jump to the table to say no? Of course, it's antenna engineer. The antenna engineer will jump to the table and say, no, impossible. Because over the 30 years, 50 years, everybody need antenna space. And you said, you cut out the forehead. Where I can put my antenna? If there's no antenna, then you cannot do a communication. You cannot make a phone call. You cannot go on the web internet. So then antenna is a must. Without antenna, then this is not a phone, right? Okay, so our challenge to our internal antenna engineer is that you just don't have that space of forehead. Give me a solution. So after many iterations, now we can come out a micro aperture antenna structure that they are able to save 90% of the space. And of course, we have a lot of different separation points and other pattern design that will come out as good as the regular big forehead antenna performance, but we use almost zero space on the forehead. And so when you later you test the phone, you will see these are the metal ring area. That's the metal ring. It's actually an antenna. So that's how we smartly design this product to reduce the space. And next is about the front fingerprint sensor. We have a very ergonomic design where we want to use because again, we want to shrink the size. So we are using the narrowest design in the world, which is only 3.6 millimeter. But still, we have a very high accuracy, and only 0.1 second, you can do a quick recognition. So this is again another breakthrough. Let's see on the full metal frame development process video. This is about a journey when you have a piece of metal, how you cut into a shiny metal frame. So you see that this is a journey how we cut from a piece of metal into this metal frame. This is actually using the aerospace grade aluminum alloy, and it goes through 39 processes, 191 procedures, and 481 checking points. So it's not a simple cut and do it. So this is how we are so dedicated for the product manufacturing. And since I'm in the mobile phone business, over the so many years, I always hear people asking me a painful point. That is, they said, "Hey, Nguyen, do you know right now they spend a lot of money in the phone repair?" I said, "Why?" "Because you guys develop the phones more and more round corner, very smooth, very delicate, and then that causes a side effect, easily drop. So think about your phone probably will be very smooth, very shiny, very round corner, but then you can easily slip and drop to the ground. You have to pay the repair services." And so they always ask me a question: "Can you develop a phone that's not easy to drop?" I said, "But I cannot give you a brick, right? If I give you a brick, you will complain. This is a lousy phone, nobody will buy." And then even some people told me, maybe you can do a few ribs, the ribs like a touching points at the side, and then try to hold it easy. But I said, that's so ugly. If I develop one, you will not buy it. So that kind of conversation always in my mind for years. And now I have to appreciate our sharp ID design team. They come up with a very elegant idea to solve the problem. That is, number one, in the design language, this kind of sporty car is very trendy. People love it. They have this kind of rich line. Again, it's a trendy language. Now we borrow that trendy, rich line language into our phone. At the sideline, it's not a complete smooth design. Instead, this is a rich line design. It's our design language that we mimic from the trendy sporty cars. But in the meantime, very importantly, we solve the problem that your hand holding is still a great experience. And most important, you can avoid a lot of potential drops. So I will encourage you to testify in the product experience area later on. So this is another, again, a minor detail, but actually helps in your product and in your usage. Next, let's talk about the cameras. In this model, we bring the world's first triple duals into the camera features. What do you mean triple duals? That means we have three major features regarding the dual. The first dual is that we use dual 1.5 micrometer super large pixel. Dual means the front camera and back camera, we all use 1.4 micrometer. That is a very large pixel. Using a large pixel means you will have better imaging light. And then we have the dual face detection for autofocus. And the third dual is that we have the dual cameras for professional bokeh. Let me explain one by one. So as I said, the 1.5 micrometers, actually if we compare to the traditional camera, they only use a 1.12 micrometers. Our sensing area is 56% higher than the regular sensors. This is how we are so good that in our image quality. And actually, some of the other brands are claiming they have 20 megapixel. So what? If they're pixel using a small size, then I would rather use this larger pixel size. And not necessarily you need a that big higher resolution. Then on the dual phase detection, some of the traditional way of doing the autofocus, they probably choose only 5% of the pixel units are doing the auto detection, the focus detection. That's why sometimes you try to focus, but it takes a long time. But using the dual phase design, every pixel are using this. Therefore, we are able to do it in 0.1 second to make you autofocus. So the focus is very quick. And number 3, we have the dual camera in the back. We have 12 megapixel plus 8 megapixel dual main camera. And with this dual main camera, we're able to detect the depth of the object. That means how far the object are away from you, from the camera. And we have the information, therefore we're able to do a professional level bokeh. A bokeh means you know the depth, therefore you can create a blurring effect to your preference. So if you test our phone, you can see, okay, you want a bokeh very high or very minor. So you can choose your different level. But most importantly, you need to know the depth information. How can you know the depth information? Because we have 2 cameras, like you have 2 eyes. Therefore, you know how far this object is far away from you. Next, of course, some of the other features of the camera is that we use f1.75, very large aperture size. So therefore, our quality is very good. The light exposure increased by 31%. For example, this is one of the nightscape shots that using S2. And long exposure is very good in the night. And another long exposure. And the macro mode, you will see the very close shots and still very clear. And the portrait mode. So, in addition to these, we also have the feature to do a natural presentation to enhance your beauties. Of course, this is many ladies, including my daughter, love this. That you want to have a theme, you want to have watermarks. You can create all kinds of interesting photos. And this one, what is this one for? Guess. So with one click, you can change your background. That means, again, we have the depth information. So we are able to cut out this photo of the figure, and then we can replace the background easily. And in terms of the presentation for the photos, we can do it by the full view, 18:9, the latest aspect ratio, or we can do traditional 4:3, or sometimes you want to do a square. I know in the Instagram or in the Facebook, people may like to have square photos. Now, in terms of hardware, the CPU, we use the latest generation of 600 series octa-core from Qualcomm Snapdragon. That is a Snapdragon 630. And this 630, actually, Sharp Aquos S2 is the world's first launch back in August 2017, which is around 4 months earlier. And we're honored to have the partnership with Qualcomm to help us bring to the world on this special chipset. Now, given these hardware and a lot of features, what about the battery? How long you can last in your battery? So let's do a 4-hour, we call it 4 hours violent test. That means when your battery is fully charged, okay? And we continue to do a 4-hour test. 1 hour online video playback, 1 hour mobile games, half an hour video recording, 1 hour online music play, half an hour video call. So total 4 hours violent test. After that, how much battery remains? We still have around 50%, whether it's a good or bad Wi-Fi signal. And in the cellular type, we still have around 47 to 42%. So this is a pretty good performance. Actually, my personal usage comparison is that after I use the Sharp Aquas S2, I no longer need to worry. You know, when you get into a late afternoon, typically, like if I use a lot in my phone, like a 4 p.m., 5 p.m. previously, using other models, I have to worry, I have to recharge. But now with Aquas S2, you don't worry. You don't even, the chance that you need to use a power bank is very, very minimum. Test it, you will know what I'm saying. Okay. And part of that is because we have done also a lot of power savings feature instead of the hardware improvement. I will show you in a few minutes. So this is a lot of new features that we do make into the user experience and UI design. Let's see a video. So this is our Smile UX. As you can see, that our development theme is that we want to make the icons clean and neat. This is also echoes our design languages. So we're doing a light luxury together with the beauty. Okay, and also in the desktop, we make it very simple and clean. So you can see the benefit of full view or full screen in the hardware design. So in the software features, there are a few things. Number one, as we already mentioned, the head-to-toe, the grand view, to leverage our hardware in the display. The second one, interesting, is the robots. Robots is a new idea that we put into a intelligent button at your services. For example, when you get to the morning hours, it will remind you, okay, what's the weather today? Whether you need to bring an umbrella, or what's your suggested dress code according to the temperature, according to the weather condition. And when you are getting to a late evening, it will remind you maybe you need to take a rest for your eyes if you continue to use the phone too often. And when you get to the sleeping hours, it will recommend you to sleep before you work too hard, okay, or party too hard. Right? And last is about the S-Boost, which is about a lot of power savings feature I will show you in a few minutes. Okay, so this is the full view, full vision, and we can see it in picture, in readings, or in many applications, in a Photoshop. And now this is a interesting features. Not many brands are doing it very well, and we have spent a lot of effort in this. Number one is memory decomposition, or defragmentation. Sometimes we all know we're lazy people. You open up a app and you put it there. You open another app, you put it there. You open 10 apps, still there. You open 30 apps, still there. You open 100 apps, still there. why bother? I have to close one by one. But we will do the service for you. If the APP has been idle for a long, long time, it means you probably don't need it for the moment. So we will defragment its memory, so it will not occupy the memory. So it will save your memory space. Okay? So this is number one saving. And number two, the intelligent acceleration. So there's a CPU, there's a GPU. GPU really means a graphical processing unit. The loading and performance will optimize it. So this will save you around 40%. Remember, in the CPU, we have 8 cores. 8 cores, like you have 8 processing unit, like 8 horses, it runs for you. So we have to balance the loading and optimize performance. And this one is even more interesting. When you download a lot of applications, I have to tell you the secrets in industry. Many APPs, they continue to send little packets, even you don't know. Okay? So, what we have this very important is that the background running control is only you say, yes, I allow this thing to do it in the background. Then it can continue to send a small packet. Otherwise, cut it out. Actually, this will save you 30% in power. Think about this. You have your phone, you just put it on the table, you put it in somewhere, you don't bother it. But why the power leak so fast? It's because a lot of things is something going on in the background, but you don't know. And when you download the APP, you don't know if this guy is going to continue to send the packets or not. So we do the background control for you. And then, similarly, the display of management. Some of the APP, even when display is off, then it's still doing things. So we will make you the master. You can decide which one can still do it, which one should be off. Same thing for the inactive applications. So the whole idea is that we are controlling the faucet of the water. You know, you want to your battery is like a water tank. There's so many faucets. Right? We want to tighten up everyone. Only the one that you say, oh, go, then we open it. This is a very important software feature that saves you a lot of power. That's why the S2 is so power savings in comparison to a lot of previous models. So many things I mentioned here. It's all about this. Every detail of user experience is what Sharp will not compromise. So this is what our design philosophy, and this is very important. What we care is what the consumer's user experience. Okay, this concludes my talk today. Thank you so much.
Xin chào everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Winston Sun. I'm taking charge of Southeast Asia, Sharp, and the focus smartphone business. Okay, next, I will explain what the target and the market position we will be and how we will do that. Okay, as it is known to us all that Vietnam market is high competitive. There are so many brands here, some international brands and some local brands. Some you can call the name, and some even you don't know what the brand is. However, we still think that the market always let go one kind of brand. These brands always give something new to the end user. The end user will feel the special experience for its special design and the special manufacturing. So you will feel that your smartphone is not only a machine, it's a partner and a friend. You will feel moved when you happen to see the tiny details. I think Sharp Mobile will be one can of this brand. So Sharp Mobile will not only to pursue the volume and the market share. We will be together with the Sharp electronic team to be the most loved brand in Vietnam market. That's our mission. So, how we will do that? The first, dedicated in R&D. Right now, we already have our R&D institute in Shenzhen, Nanjing, Taipei, and Hiroshima in Japan to develop the software and the latest material and technicals. The next, we were focusing on quality and durability value. Everybody knows that Sharp is powered by Foxconn. So we will use Foxconn standard and the system to control our smartphone quality, our smartphone quality. I think this part no need I explain more because everybody knows that what Foxconn standard and what Foxconn required in smartphone quality in this industry. Okay, the third, we were building a stronger sales team and sales channels. The first one will be our group and our team. Within this year, we were building 1,000 employees team in the whole Vietnam. We will open 7 regional offices. Also, special introduce DigiWorld. We will cooperate with DigiWorld to service all the dealers and the consumers in Vietnam. DigiWorld will help us in selling logistics and the finance platform part. Sharp will set our own team to do the marketing activities, the sell-in, sell-out, also the after-sales. So our strategy will focus on IA first. We will use our 1,000 employee team to service over 1,500 dealers, IA dealers in the whole Vietnam. And then we will focus on the KA too, such as mobile world, FPT, VTA, retail stores. We will cooperate with these KAs in the future. And next, as I mentioned that Vietnam market is high competition. So the consistent branding and investment is necessary. If you want to make a noise to build a brand in Vietnam, I think it takes several $1 million at least. So Sharp will also consistent to invest in ATM, ATL, and BTL. And then last, we will offering the premium after-sales service together with our partner, Digitech. We will have 5 after-sales service centers in the whole Vietnam, from Hanoi, Da Nang, Ho Chi Minh City, Cần Thơ, and Long Xuan. Also, 150 collecting points. What we given more in the first batch of our smartphone, we will give in 30 days swap policy and 1 year's warranty. Okay, back to our heroes today, Sharp Aqua Size 2. With silver display, amazing color. How much it will be? Before I unveil the price, let's see the video first.
The master of uniqueness. Unleash your imagination. Sharp Aquos S2.
Okay. So, the world's smallest 12.5-inch smartphone, the world's first FFD full-view display smartphone. Memory 4 plus 64 GB, and the dual camera. The back camera 12 plus 8 megapixel, and the front camera 8 megapixel. Also, with our Smile UI, how much it will be? How much? Anybody want to guess the price? I got your information. So, what's the final price for Sharp Pulse S2? Okay, let's see. The final price will be, let's see. One model cannot satisfy all our Vietnam consumers. So, we will bring 3 more models this time together with S2. Let's see. Our product, R1, I will introduce the main spec. Okay, it's a 5.2-inch HD screen. And the memory, 3 plus 32 GB. And the camera, 13 plus 8 megapixels. And 4,000 battery. How much? This one.
Mọi người đoán là chiếc điện thoại này sẽ có giá bao nhiêu ạ?
This one no need to guess. Okay, next one, R1S. The spec, let's check. 5.5-inch Full HD. And the memory, 3 plus 32 GB memory. 13 plus 5 back camera. Also dual camera, this one. And the front camera, 5 megapixels. Also with super big 5,000 batteries. So these 2 models, how much it will be? R1, 4290, very cheap. And R1S, 4790, I see. Okay, one more. Sharp Pi. Let's see the spec. It's a 5.2 HD screen. And the memory, 2 plus 16 GB. And also, dual camera. The back camera, 13 plus 2 megapixel. And the front camera, 8 megapixels. Also, with 3,000 batteries. So this one, how much? Let's guess again, okay? This one, how much? How much? For that gentleman.
Em đoán là 2.990, 2.990.000.
How much? English?
2 million and 999,000 Việt Nam đồng.
Do you believe that?
Còn mức giá thành nữa không ạ?
Okay, one more guy, one to guess.
Bao nhiêu ạ? 3.490 anh. 3,490,000 Việt Nam đồng.
Okay, let's see. What's the final price for Sharp Pi? Don't forget, dual camera, fingerprint, big batteries, also 5.2 inch, and the front camera 8 megapixel. So how much it will be?
Wow, tức là em nên phải nhận một phần quà từ...
Wait. Wait a minute.
No.
This price, I think, even though you are very happy, right? But I just say that we want to be the most loved brand in Vietnam. So this price is not enough. This fund price will be, yeah. They're okay, yeah.
Như vậy là phần quà, không phải tụi tôi kia phần quà bên đây rồi ạ.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. That's all product and the price we supply in the first batch. Okay.
Mọi người sẽ cùng đến với Khánh Ly ạ. And now please count with me. 3, 2, and 1. finally, distinguished guests to the stage to take a photo with the models. I would like to invite Mr. Nguyen, Mr. Nguyen, Mr. Vincent, Mr. Masati Kubo, Mr. Đoàn Hồng Việt, and Mr. Đạt Đoàn come to the stage. Please welcome. Thưa quý vị, chúng ta vừa đến với một phần biểu diễn rất là đẹp mắt của các cô người mẫu xinh đẹp cùng với lại chiếc điện thoại của Sharp. Và ngay sau đây thì xin được mời các vị khách quý sẽ cùng bước lên sân khấu để chụp ảnh cùng với các bạn người mẫu của chúng ta.
Please don't.
Xin được cảm ơn các khách quý đã cùng bước lên đây để đưa lại những khoảnh khắc rất là tuyệt vời này. And I would like to invite the model to move to the Sharp mobile phone, smartphone area over there, please. Ladies and gentlemen, and now is the time to find the luckiest name today. And the lucky person will receive the special gift from Sharp Mobile. That is Sharp P, Sharp Aero 1S and Sharp Acres S2. Còn ai không ạ? Nếu mà đã bỏ vô thủ phiếu hết rồi thì các Ly xin phép là sẽ bắt đầu bốc thăm nhé. And now for the third prize, Sharp P, I would like to invite Mr. Vincent move to the stage to help me pick up the first lucky ticket. Yeah. So you have just one, so please, just one. Thưa quý vị, và Khánh Ly đang cầm phiếu rút thăm trên tay. Và xin được chúc mừng giải ba của chúng ta, một chiếc Sharpie đã thuộc về vị khách có phiếu rút thăm trúng thưởng có số là 071. 071 ạ. Cho hỏi, xin chúc mừng anh, xin mời tiến lên sân khấu ạ. 071, xin chúc mừng anh đã nhận được giải ba của chương trình, đó chính là một chiếc điện thoại Sharpie. So we have the lucky person have the number 071 receive the third prize official. That is the Sharpie, and I would like to invite Mr. Vincent will give the award for the lucky person. Okay, take the photo together. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Vincent. Thưa quý vị, đó là giải ba và bây giờ chúng ta sẽ cùng tiến đến giải nhì. Để tìm ra giải thưởng này, xin được mời ca sĩ Bảo Huy sẽ tiến lên sân khấu để giúp Khánh Ly bốc một phiếu thăm may mắn, một phiếu thăm để tìm ra vị chủ nhân thứ hai nhận được giải nhì. Một phiếu thăm, hoặc không biết đó là con số mấy đây. And now it is time for the second prize. I would like to congratulate the person who has the number
037037.
Congratulations, the person who received this gift has the number 037. Xin chúc mừng vị khách. Xin chúc mừng anh ạ. Số 037 anh đã nhận được giải gì? Đó chính là một chiếc điện thoại Sharp R1S. Và xin mời anh sẽ tiến lên sân khấu. Và xin mời ca sĩ Bảo Thi sẽ trao giải nhì. Đó chính là một chiếc điện thoại Sharp R1S cho vị khách của chúng ta. Xin được chúc mừng anh ạ. Congratulations again. Thank you so much. Xin cảm ơn ca sĩ Bảo Thi. Xin một lần nữa chúc mừng anh. Và bây giờ đó chính là giải nhất. Chúng ta có giải nhất, đó chính là chiếc điện thoại ngày hôm nay đang ra mắt với quý vị, chiếc Sharp Acres S2. And I would like to invite Mr. Westpool go to the stage to help me find the luckiest person today. Yeah. Không biết là ai sẽ nhận được chiếc điện thoại Sharp Acres S2 này đây. Xin được mời biểu thăm. And so
the winner is Number 46.
Xin chúc mừng vị khách có số 046. Xin chúc mừng anh đã nhận được một chiếc điện thoại Sharp Actress S2. Giải nhất của chúng ta. Thưa quý vị, anh sẽ là người đầu tiên để trải nghiệm chiếc điện thoại này. Xin được mời ông Nguyen để trao giải thưởng may mắn nhất trong chương trình đến với vị chủ nhân chúng ta.